Oh look, they're strung out like runway models. Dylan McNicholas says, "Bend over, boys, because here comes the horse shot from hell." This runner has a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. Oh, these guys are getting dropped like the third shift at the Chrysler plant. Wow, wow. Luke Kehoe says, "Winner, winner, turkey and or vegan dinner."
All right, guys, welcome back. Big weekend to get to. It's week number 8 right here on Who's Number One? ACA racing in Colorado this weekend. We had the Seattle Cyclocross Series where, again, Logan Owen outsprints Steve Fisher. Canadian National Championships, Cross Crusade. On the mountain bike side of things, Todd Wells down in Costa Rica wins the La Ruta de los Conquistadors, one of the first international riders to do that. I was up in Traverse City, Michigan for the Iceman Cometh. We had Tom Parsons out in Massachusetts for the Cyclosmart International, Adam Meyerson's race. Like 22 plus years, Adam Meyerson has been putting on that race since he was a teenager, along with being a professional racer, running a successful coaching business. As far as cycling goes, Adam Meyerson is the embodiment of the American dream, and also some much weirder dreams. The big show in North America this weekend, the Cincinnati 3-Day Festival, and of course, the biggest event anywhere in the world was the UCI World Championships of Cycloball. It was sick this weekend. Austria takes down Switzerland 4-3 in the closing seconds, guys. It was insane. The crowds were going crazy. Check out that video and all the videos we talked about in the links down below. Women's rankings this week. Now, kicking things off is your jump of the week. Emily Batty, up to number 11, had fallen off the rankings entirely for lack of racing, but apparently no lack of training. She comes out, wins the Canadian National Championships. Number 8 this week, just slipping inside the top 10, it's Caitlin Antonou. Great ride in Cincinnati. Julie Kresniak, number 7 this week, winning herself a Cross Crusade. Number 6 this weekend, also your drop of the week, it's Georgia Gould. Goes 6, 6, and 6 in Cincinnati. Can't finish on the top 5. Now, Gould posted on Twitter after that race that she was going to be awarding a box of Luna bars to her best heckler. So, this is our submission. 6th place? Are you f***ing kidding me? You couldn't finish at the front of a... I don't want to be too mean, but it should be.
Georgia Gould.
I know, and it's...
I know, 3.
And she asked for it.
Ready? 3, 2...
6th place? Are you f***ing kidding me? The closest that you could finish to the front of a bike race is if Katie Compton let you ride backseat on her tandem. Did you know the name Gould literally translates to sloth in 6 languages? Speaking of 6, Georgia, after finishing 6th, 3 days in Cincinnati, unveiled her 666 plan, which, similar to Herman Cain's 999 plan, except instead of lowering taxes, we all immediately start sucking at cyclocross. And now, your top 2 women this week. No changes across the board. Katie Compton triples up in Cincinnati. Katarina Nash doubles up at the Cyclosmart International. Those two will meet head-to-head in Louisville next weekend. All right, guys, new segment this week. You know, we focus a lot on the rivalries within the top 10, those battles. But this weekend in Louisville, we're going to focus on, those other guys, those regional superstars, those B-level riders who are almost there, haven't quite made it, who are just about finishing in the top 10. The riders that we're going to be watching in Louisville are the Pride of Wisconsin, Brian Motter. We got the King of the Rockies, Alan Krugoff, and the Honey Badger himself, Justin Lindeen. All 3 of these guys going to meet head-to-head. Now, we had a chance to talk to some of these riders ahead of time about their rivalry. Alan Krugoff, looking to do good things. Here's what he had to say.
Top 10 is like the realistic goal. Yeah. If I don't get a top 10, I'd be let down a little bit.
Some high hopes for Alan Krugoff. We talked to Brian Motter. Here's what he had to say about where his competition would be finishing this weekend.
Not on podium, not on podium.
Oh man, some harsh words from Brian Motter. We talked to Justin Lindeen, and his only concern was whether he was going to attack and drop him on the first lap or just sit on and wait and outsprint them at the finish line.
All options are open on the table right now.
All right, guys, let's kick it off. No further ado, your men's rankings this week. Now, first, an acknowledgement. This guy goes from former drop of the week to now the sausage king of all of New England. It's Jeremy Duran, up into the top 30. All right, you guys know what that means. It's your jump of the week. This week, it goes to the 20-year-old Luke Kehoe. Doubles up at the Cyclosmart International. That's 4 in a row for Luke Kehoe at the Cyclosmart International, a race that is older than he is. Number 12 this week, Chris Shepard wins the Canadian National Championships. Making his return this week to the top 10, it's Zach McDonald. Comes out Sunday at the C1 in Cincinnati, goes 3rd place, an unbelievable ride, although didn't race the first 2 days, so some of those other guys must have been more whatever. Number 9 this week, Danny Summerhill wins the schoolyard cross in Colorado. Both of those young riders going to be doing big things in Louisville next weekend. Number 8 this week, moving back onto the rankings, it's Jonathan Page. Some good results coming out of Europe, although they're in metric, so how can we really tell? Back inside the top 3 this week, it's Tim Johnson showing great form in Cincinnati on day 1, on day 2, almost on day 3, but he crashes out. Guys, if he can get healthy, if he's ready to go in Louisville, look for Tim Johnson on the top step of the podium. And finally, your top 2 this week, no changes in the rankings. Jeremy Powers still number 1, Ryan Trebone still number 2. Guys, a lot of hate last week in the comment section on Twitter. Everyone saying that Ryan Trebone was the top rider in North America. Well, they go to Cincinnati to settle the score. Trebone takes 1 win, Powers takes 2. So I'm not one to toot my own horn, but I'm not opposed to letting someone else toot this horn for me. And I'll leave you with this montage of Jeremy Powers.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
All right, guys, that's a wrap. Week number 8 is in the books. Tune in this weekend. It's going to be huge. We're going live from Louisville, the Exergy USGP. Tune in Saturday and Sunday. Seriously, tune in. Don't miss it. Now go ahead, click this button. Did you guys know that for just 1 like a week, you can help support your favorite cyclocross show on the internet? Well, now you know. We'll see you guys this weekend.
All I do is win, win, win.